Good afternoon. My name is Odera Moma, founder of Fyndr.ng, and today I will be talking to you about Fyndr, how it works, and the benefits. So, what is Fyndr? Fyndr is a business to customer platform that allows customers to find the services they need or the service providers they need in real time, effortlessly. That's basically what Fyndr does. And I found out that most times when I talk about Finder, people always come to compare Finder to other platforms in the market, and they say, "Oh, but this person is already doing this, that person is already doing that." I say, "Yes." I mean, they are all marketplaces, but they're different from Finder because every marketplace we have today in the market is they are search-based platform, and search-based platform they have their own disadvantages. And I always say that Nigeria is not ready for a search-based platform, or search-based platform is actually a thing of the old. Exactly, it is a thing of the old, and Nigerians didn't catch up with that because. And one thing about search-based platform is that in the Western world, it's easy to use because they have this culture of following up and updating inventory. But in Nigeria, we don't have that culture. You find out that someone advertises something, they've sold it, or that they've what's it called, they are no longer available to provide a service, or they traveled or something. They don't bother to update their profile, they just go. So you find out that you as a customer, when you're trying to use a search-based platform to find a product, you find out that you keep going, you go through numbers, you keep calling number after number after number before you end up, or sometimes you don't even end up finding what you're looking for. Because I've actually used a couple of them when I was looking for a property that was 2 years ago, and I went through stress. I had to bring my pen, my paper, searching, writing down numbers and details of the property, and calling those. And at the end of the day, I called all the numbers. I'm telling you this for a fact. I called all the numbers and I still didn't get what I was looking for. And the problem is not that the houses are not available, they are available. The houses are available. But the problem is, how do you get in touch with the person who is responsible for that property? That is the problem. You understand? Because now, for a realtor that has a property does not have visibility. So that realtor will need to depend on other agents, even the smaller agents, to actually broadcast, their inventory, so that they can stand the chance of, renting it out or selling that property. And that is where the problem comes in, because as the property travels from one agent to the other, prices increase. Because let's say now, um, a realtor gives a property, to an agent and say, "Oh yeah, this property is going for 2.5 million a month, a year, sorry." The agent is going to take that property and tell someone else that is going for 2.7 million. And as it goes from one agent to the other, that property will end up being advertised for 3.6 million or 3.5 million, from 2.5 to 3.5. That's a whole 1 million. So this is what happens. And not just that, you find out that as a customer, you keep paying viewing fees upon viewing fees upon viewing fees, and that is actually is very, very heartbreaking, and it's frustrating, to be honest. So these are some of the problems we face. You understand? And sometimes, while we the customers, we complain all the time about this agent that, the realtors are complaining as well. The owner of the properties, they're complaining because they're all being affected. So if I'm a realtor and I'm representing a client, and the client gives me a property, and obviously I have to get other agents involved because I need to get rid of that property, and I do that, and along the line, those agents are now frustrating every chance I have of selling that property by padding prices and charging excess viewing fees. It is affecting me. Okay, it is affecting my client because my client wants to get rid of that property and move on, but it's not happening because someone else is sitting on it. So these are the problems we are facing in this industry. You understand? And the question is, okay, now how do we get in touch with that person who actually has that property, or that person who's actually in charge of that property? This is where the problem comes, because we've had stories of people um, seeing property, and after, at the end of the day, they get in touch with the owner of the property or the agent that is representing the owner, and they find out that that property has been, increased by over 100%, over 100% from the original asking price. We've all seen that problem. So the problem is not actually lack of properties to rent or to buy. The problem is visibility. That's visibility. It's visibility that is forcing the professional realtors to engage these other agents that messes up the market. It is poor visibility that causes the delay in customers finding what they need, because how do you find these people? You understand? You go to social media. Social media is not helping, because the only avenue they have, the three avenues they have to sell their properties: social media, um, you know, other marketplaces, which is something else, right? And also word of mouth. You understand? These are the three options they have in selling their properties, and these options, they do not work. So this was why we actually came up with the idea of a request based platform, not a search based, because all other platforms, all other marketplaces are search based. That is where you go to search and waste your time and you still don't find what you're looking for. But with a request based, what it does is it brings a ready client to a serious service provider. This is what it does. Because now, as a service provider, let me just keep using my realtors as example, because they were the people that this was originally built for before other services came in. Now, let's say as a realtor, I have access to clients that have properties they want to sell. Okay, I have properties, and I go to Fyndr, register. That's all I need to do. I do not need to upload my property. I do not need to waste time uploading properties. I do not need to run ads. Now, I live in Abuja. I live in Amak, right? And I have all these properties in Amak. And somebody, be it from Abuja, outside Abuja, or outside Nigeria, drops a request and say, I am looking for a 5-bedroom duplex in Wuse 2. It has to be a brand new building or it has to be an old building. I don't really care. It needs to have an ample parking space, this, that. And they throw in that request. So what happens now is, this is like having a warehouse filled with all the professional agents in Abuja in that warehouse. And when you, as a customer, you make a request, that request is displayed on a giant screen in that warehouse that all the realtors there will see it. So what do you think will happen when you make a request and it's displayed there? Now what happens is that the realtors that are there, those that have what you need, they'll be like, okay, I have exactly what this person is looking for. Okay, yes, I have it. Did you see? Within minutes, you have connected with the person that has what you're looking for, direct, without going through third parties, without going through any quack agent. Because the major problem we have is that real estate is the easiest industry for anyone to dabble into in Nigeria. Someone wakes up this morning, no food to eat, their stomach is rumbling, they've drank the last gari they have or anything, they just pick up, they just stand up and start walking around. I'm a real estate agent. And those are the people that we deal with day after day. There are good agents in Abuja, there are good agents in Lagos, there are good agents in Port Harcourt, there are professional agents in Nigeria. But the problem we are having are the quack ones. They are the problem. They are the ones making it look as if the industry is messed up. The industry is not messed up. It can be fixed, and Finder will fix it. So this is how it works. So when that request comes into that massive pool of agents, only the people that have what you need will contact you. So now you are not wasting your time, because you know that if 5 people contact and say, I have what you need, these 5 people have what you need. It is now left for you to chat with the people you want to chat and pick whoever settles with you. And you deal. You find out that within a week, the deal is done. That's it. No gossip. You understand? So it saves headache on the side of the service provider and on the side of the customer, because as a service provider you don't have any agent, any quack agent who is stalling your market or your business. You don't have any quack agent or any a third party to argue with. Oh, you, oh, my commission is this, oh, my commission is that, I will drag you. You don't, no more, because at the end of the day you are, you have access to every and anyone, be it in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, that is looking for a property in your city. You have access to it real time, because as they are writing that, they are composing their request and pushing send instantly. Instantly, you are getting a notification. So you see, you don't need to upload inventory anymore. You do not need to run ads anymore, because at the end of the day, you find out that in this social media cares about themselves. Social media cares about revenue, not you, not your business. So you find out that when you're, paying for ads on social media and everything, how many people, let's say out of 300,000 people that view your ad, maybe only 5 or 10 are even thinking of buying a property or renting a property. Only 1% or less than 1%. Now you've wasted all that money on 90% or 99% of people that don't even care about what you're selling. They are not even ready to do anything transactional with property. You understand? So you see that with Finder, you don't need to run ads. You don't need to upload inventory. You don't need to chase customers. What happens now is that ready customers meet professional service providers. So the same thing applies to what's it called, cleaning and home maintenance. So now, if you look at cities like Abuja, Lagos, and Port Harcourt, you find out that these cities are booming with young professionals. I'm talking about bankers, realtors, like young professionals. And these are people that they don't have time. Some of them Monday to Saturday they're working, and some of them they always want people to come out. They will always want somebody. They are tired. They want someone to come in and clean their home for them. And maybe when something goes wrong, like electrical fault, plumbing, or carpentry, they need someone ASAP, and they need someone that will work based on their timing. So someone that works Monday to Friday only has Saturday to fix that thing, because on Sunday they want to go to church, they want to rest and get ready for Monday. So you find out that they would want somebody that will work for that Saturday time and date. So Finder gives you that flexibility. So with Finder, you go there, you put in your request. You're looking for a carpenter, you're looking for a plumber, you're looking for this, you're looking for that. This is the time, this is the day I want it, and this is my budget. And what happens is that Finder now scans your locality. It scans a certain radius around you and send that message to people that are in the database. So it's not like you're pulling someone from afar. You are not. You're getting people that are local to you. And also, it's not even just about that, because the good thing about Finder is that Finder actually, gives opportunity to people that don't have work. So let's say now a few friends that can come together, that are good with cleaning, come together, register a cleaning company and start a cleaning business, register on Finder. And in their area, they can get jobs. They can go and do it and they get paid. That's it. Business don't start. So these are the things that Finder is doing. Then you talk about the declutter service. Now the declutter market is a big market in Nigeria. But do we have a platform? No platform. Everyone is doing declutter on WhatsApp, Instagram. It doesn't make any sense. In 2026, we are still relying on WhatsApp and Instagram to do things like that. So you find out now that Finder is actually launching with that declutter service that will allow people, even if you're doing Jabba or you have unwanted items you don't need anymore, or you're looking to give it away for free, or you're looking to sell it or whatever, you just go there and you upload your item. That's it. And Finder also has, like, a proximity feature in it that tells you how far that product is from you. So depending on where the person who advertised that product lives, so the person, you can even find something you need that is like 0.2 miles away from you or 0.1 mile away from you. You understand? So those are the features is coming with: real estate, cleaning, home maintenance, and declutter. So the whole idea is for people to actually connect directly, no more asking questions, no more third party, direct. So it actually pays service providers to be on the platform because it does not take anything away from you. All you have to do is register and make sure that your phone is always available to receive notification. That is it. And the notification system also, it does not disturb you. So it's not like everybody's going, it is tailored based on the service the client is looking for. So as a realtor, you will not be getting home maintenance notification. You will not be getting cleaning notification unless you are a realtor that has a cleaning business as well. Then you can get all this. But the notification you get is based on the category you belong to. You understand? So basically, this is what it does. And also another good feature about Finder is even if you're not we have three fantastic features in Finder, which is one, um, ability to pause your profile. So even if you're not available or for some reason you're out of business, you just pause your profile. Or let's say you're a landlord direct who's registered on Finder. You have one property or two, and you've actually rented those properties out. You can pause your profile so that you don't get notifications disturbing you. So whenever you have a property available again you want to rent, you can go and resume your profile and you start receiving notification until that property is gone. Also, it has the in-app chat facility that allows you to chat with the customer when you guys connect for business or whatever. And the final part, which is the rating and review system, which actually allows you to rate and review service providers after a service has been carried out, because we think that one is that's one of the most important feature we have in Finder, because what we are trying to do with that is, because the goal here is to build a platform of to build a pool of quality and reputable service providers. That is what we're trying to build with Finder. So we're not just trying to build anything and just push it out there. No, we are trying to build an ecosystem that people will trust in the future. So the market, the Nigerian service market has been so messed up in the past that it will take a while to correct things and build things and put things back in place. So there are lots of features that we have for Finder, but we're just trying to kick off with this thing. This is just basically like our MVP. So to see how the market will react, but we have a lot, and we still have a lot of funds available to inject into the project. And yeah, that's basically how it works. So basically, it is a platform that will allow um, service providers gain quality visibility, not just visibility, but quality visibility, in the sense that people only come to you when they need you. So you're not entertaining time wasters. You understand? And also a platform that allows customers to connect directly with people that have what they are looking for. So yes, that is basically what Finder is. We are actually in our testing phase now, and by the end of this month we should be opening up for service providers to onboard and register and onboard their services. And by um, maybe middle or end of March we should be rolling out for end users. So yeah, so that's everything you need to know about Finder. And if you have any question, you can always reach out to us by emailing us at info@finder.ng, or you can visit our social media at finder.ng. And that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is all finder.ng. And thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and remain blessed.